Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going into another Olsa Tools product. This is going to be a newer product from Olsa Tools, and if you guys follow my Amazon tool deals videos, you guys know that I've mentioned this in a previous video and told you guys I would be doing an actual review on these sockets. So here we have the 3H drive 15-piece set, and this is going to be the metric deep well set. This is going to range from 8 to 20 millimeter, and this is going to have no skips, so that is a nice addition as well. So there's really one of two routes, three routes maybe, when purchasing tools, especially when you're first getting into it. Two of the more popular ways. So you can either buy one of those socket sets that include a lot of different items and all three drive sizes and everything, or you can go this route where you buy rails, or you can buy individually. So the pros to buying the big socket sets is you're going to get a large amount of items and all the drive sizes and everything. The con being, or another pro being, they're usually very affordable for the amount of tools that you get, and then you can kind of grow off of that. The con being you have to grow off of that due to the fact that a lot of those sets skip quite a few sizes, and then sometimes they provide you sockets in a drive size that you will probably never use. So like a lot of those socket sets, you'll get 3H drive in the metric, they'll provide you up to 19 millimeter, and then they'll provide you with half-inch drive up to 19 millimeter, which in my eyes doesn't make any sense. If I'm moving up from 3/8 to half-inch drive, I am looking for a larger fastener in most cases, or a larger socket. So to provide me with the same size sockets for half-inch drive as I already have in 3/8 drive doesn't make much sense to me, and a lot of those tool sets do that. So with those sets, you get a good variety, but you may also get items that you might not need, or a lot of miscellaneous items, but you usually get them at a fairly good price. With the option of buying rails, you get to select more of what you need instead of just being provided a lot of everything. Here you get to select, what do you use commonly in 1/4 inch? I'd get deep well and shallow, maybe a set of 12 points, and then 3H drive, deep and shallow, and then half-inch drive. What am I going to use? How much chrome am I going to use in half-inch drive? Am I going to primarily use impact? Do I need to buy a lot of half-inch chrome? And you get to select, 6 point or 12 point, and you get to really fine-tune what is in your box and what you use most commonly. Whereas when you buy those sets, you just get what you get and you don't throw a fit, or you do throw a fit and then you have to buy, more stuff. Whereas these, you might have to, buy certain things here and there, but when you get a no skip set, it is a nice addition, especially when you can select. And Olsa Tools, I'll have their website linked down below. You guys can see all of the new socket sets. They have 1/4 inch, 3/8, and half-inch drive, all of them in deep and shallow and no skip ranges. So very nice, both in SAE and metric. So it's a nice variety of socket sets, and it is going to be chrome vanadium with a nice chrome finish, and they have off corner loading, which protects, back in the day when you would get a cheaper socket set, the force applied from the fastener to the socket ended up applying force in each one of these corners, the 6 corners, which made it a lot more common to round off a fastener. With any socket of decent quality today will provide you with more of a rounded corner, allowing the fastener to actually place the force on the flat portion of the socket, preventing or helping to prevent rounding off that fastener. So it's nice to see that incorporated with this set. This is going to be part number 1316, 6 through 20, no skips, like I said, made in Taiwan. And I'll be posting up some information also here about kind of what they have on their website as far as what it says about their new hand tools, as well as the warranty that they provide and everything. I own quite a bit of Olsa Tools. I have some of their ratchets, ratcheting wrenches, quite a few of their organizers, and have had good experiences with them. So I really wanted to share this with you guys, since this is a newer release from Olsa Tools, and they're also going to be releasing new USA made ratchets hopefully in early 2022, so I'll be doing a review on that, so stay tuned. But as far as this set, this is going to come in a nice plastic organizer. You have a cover here. I do like the plastic organizer. Some people may purchase this and pull them straight out of here and onto a rail to stand them up to save space. Some people like this design, and then some people may just take this and turn it upside down in their drawer and work that way. But I do like the fact that they have this lip here that comes out. Like other organizers, it may be like this, where there's really no reinforcement and maybe flimsy, which if you move that type of organizer over time, if you move it quite a bit, it will end up cracking and eventually breaking. But with this, they have this raised lip here and provides good rigidity and strength to this plastic case. That might not matter to a lot of you guys, but what I'm stating is this is a lot more durable because of the design that they've used here on the organizer. So right here we have the 6mm. You can see it is stamped very nicely, bold. Then you have the part number, chrome vanadium, and Olsa Tools on there. You can see they have it necked down quite a bit so you can get into refined spaces with this. A lot of other brand sockets will neck it down, you know, pretty close to the top, which restricts you from getting into tight areas sometimes. And they neck down all the way up to 11mm, and then once you hit the 12mm, it is just a straight socket, no necking or no neck down whatsoever. You can see the chrome is very nice on this. I'll kind of compare it. Here we have a DeWalt 10mm, a Gear Wrench 10mm, Silver Eagle 10mm, and a Craftsman 10mm. I'll take the 10mm. Now granted, the Olsa Tools is newer, so there's not really any wear marks on it, but the chrome is very nice on it. You can see how much further the neck down is on the socket than the others. The Craftsman is up quite high. It is a little bit lower. The Gear Wrench and the Silver Eagle are going to be the same. And then my DeWalt sockets, their deep wells are more of a mid-length, which I actually like, but you can see the difference there. And just the chrome on this is done very nicely. Now, one thing I will mention, when you look at the beveled edge on the inside of this socket, the one thing I do like, the beveled edge on this DeWalt socket sits right about here, and what I mean by that is the lip on the inside of the socket. You may be able to see it a little bit easier in the Gear Wrench socket. It is right here towards the top, and the nice thing about that is anytime you're going to drop a nut into the socket and then try and place it on a fastener, it holds it right up there towards the top. Whereas the Olsa Tools, the lip is towards the bottom, closer to the stepped portion here. So it would be more difficult if I dropped the nut into this socket and tried to thread it onto a fastener, because the nut would fall almost all the way to the base of the socket. Whereas this allows you to basically hold the nut at the top of the socket and start it on a fastener. So that is a plus to this design. But overall, I think Olsa Tools has done a very good job on the design. Very nice chrome job. And I'll show you the fitment of this onto a 3/8 ratchet to show you the play. But the chrome job, it does slightly go into the interior of the socket and then it fades out. Because you don't want a lot of chrome plating on the inside of a socket, just due to in the future with age, and that is where the fastener is going to be producing the most wear on the socket. And eventually, with certain sockets that have chrome, a lot of cheaper ones do, on the interior of the socket, that chrome ends up cracking, and then you end up having fitment issues of that fastener onto a certain drive size socket. So that is nice that that is kind of faded out in there. It is still protected. So I'll show you a larger, the 20mm here. Very nice chrome. It's a little cold outside, so. So here we'll place the Ulsa 10mm onto the ratchet and see how well it holds. The ball detent is very nice, holds firmly. Not ridiculously hard to get off, but enough to where I'm not going to worry about the socket falling off of my ratchets. So fit and finish are high quality. I think it's a good set. So once again, the pro to buying rails is you can more appropriately purchase the sockets that you need in each drive size, and then you can select, you know, more of what you need instead of what is just provided to you. So I think the purchasing rails is a good option, but it may tend to get a little bit more expensive than just buying one of those overall sets. But then again, with those overall sets, you may need to purchase filler sockets and stuff like that, which is probably going to place you around the same price range. So really it's up to you, but I do think Olsa Tools releasing this is a good idea. I think it's good on them. I'm glad to see them moving out of the range of just organizers and into more of the hand tools. So once they release their new ratchets, I will be doing a video on that. So if there's any information that I forgot to provide you guys on these, please feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. Hopefully I've posted pictures from their site as well. Here you can see they're all roughly the same length, maybe by a 1/16 of an inch. The gear wrench and Silver Eagle may be a 1/16 of an inch or so longer than the Craftsman and the Olsa Tools. That is not a big enough deal for me. And then the DeWalt I'm not even going to include in this size because this is more of a mid-length socket. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if I forgot to mention anything about these sockets, please feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer your questions. And like I stated, they have 1/4 inch through 1/2 inch drive, shallow and deep, and those are going to range anywhere from as low as $20 for the 1/4 inch shallow up to $65 for the deep, well, 1/2 inch drive. And these are going to range around $40, I believe, for this set here. So a nice set for a nice price. If you guys have used any of the other Olsa tools, please feel free to drop a comment down below of your guys' thoughts on them, or if you've purchased these, let me know your guys' thoughts. But I do like the additional organizer that is provided with it as well. So other than that, if you guys did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.